Morning, everybody. 9:03 here on Richmond's Morning News. My name is Rich Herrera. This is the voice of Virginia. We've got a lot to talk about. Now, I need to turn the page because I am excited. I am excited about, well, the 4th of July celebration. My son's flying in on Monday. We're going to go up to the state fairs up in D.C. There's a couple museums we're going to go to. I think on July 4th, we're going to go try to watch the fireworks in Mount Vernon. They'll have big celebrations in Monticello. We'll have big celebrations here in Richmond, Virginia. But to prime everything, coming up this week is something very, very special. I think I told everybody I went up to D.C. on New Year's Day when they lit up the Washington Monument with projections, and it was really, really impressive. We're going to do the same thing here at the Virginia Museum of History and Culture. It's called IllumiNation, and it kicks off this Thursday, June 25th, runs through the 28th. And to talk about it, Sam Florer is going to join us. He's the Director of Public Programs for the Virginia Museum of History and Culture, and he's our guest here on News Radio WRVA. Good morning, sir.
Hey, Rich. How are you?
I am, well, to be honest, I'm kind of excited to see what this is going to look like.
Oh, good. Well, we hope to see you there.
Okay, so people that don't know what we're talking about, give us a little thumbnail sketch of what we're going to have go on at the museum coming up beginning Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday evening.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a really unique, one-of-a-kind experience here in Richmond. It's about 18,000 square feet of video art projection that's going to cover the entire historic facade of our museum on Arthur Ashe Boulevard. And this is a video art projection, about 15 minutes, telling the American story. So we're covering hundreds of years of history, thousands of events and individuals and stories are all included. And it's going to be a really compelling way for people to think back on American history, think about how far we've come since the American Revolution 250 years ago, and where we're going in the future, too. And to bring people to the museum and to give a whole family stuff to do, we have a block party going on before the IllumiNation show itself at 9 p.m. every night. So from 6 to 9, we'll have popular bands playing like Biorhythmo, No BS Brass. We'll have family-friendly activities like a bounce house, a petting zoo. Our museum is going to be open this entire time, too, free admission. So if you've never been able to visit the VMHC before, this is a great opportunity to do so. We'll have food trucks, beer, wine. So really enough for the whole family to come and make a whole night out of it.
Okay, so let's get all the details out of the way. It takes place Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It runs between 6 and 9. It's free. There are VIP tickets that are available as well. There'll be parking around, but just be prepared. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to see this show. It's going to be remarkable. We'll have fireworks as well. Can people bring blankets? How are we going to sit down and watch all this?
Absolutely. Yeah, we highly encourage people to bring blankets, bring lawn chairs. So we're closing down Arthur Ashe Boulevard in front of the museum to create a really safe space for these large crowds to gather, not only on our front lawn, but also spilling out into the street as well. So pretty much anywhere in front of the building is a great view. There's no bad seat in the house. But just to your point, too, because of those street closures, because of some no parking areas, we do encourage people to, leave early, build in some extra time to find some street parking or park maybe down in Carytown or maybe ride the GRTC in. So a lot of options there.
Sam Florer joining us right now from the Virginia Museum of History and Culture. How difficult is it to put something like this on? Like I said, I went up to D.C. because I want to say, listen, it's the beginning of the semi-quincentennial. It's the first. My son was in town, like, come on, Riggs, let's go look at it. And I'm glad I did because I might not ever be able to see it. I know I'll never see it on New Year's Day of 2026, but it took a lot to put that on the Washington Monument. Tell me the painstaking ordeal to put this together for the people here in Richmond.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been working on this actively for well over a year. And just as you said, it's hard to squeeze down, hundreds and hundreds of years of American history into 15 minutes. So, we spent a lot of time really intentionally thinking, what are the major moments in American history? What are the events and historical figures that people are going to instantly recognize and connect with? but also maybe some, lesser known people that folks are going to want to go research more and maybe come back to the museum and learn more about it. So this is really our culminating event along with SailFest that we did, last week. IllumiNation is really what we've been building to for years and years to commemorate the 250th. So this is a really special occasion, and we're really excited to see the whole community come out and join us.
Sam, can we be completely candid right now?
Absolutely.
Everybody I talked to that was at SailFest said that you raised the bar so high with the fireworks show and all the rest and the drone and the whole thing that I don't know. You set the bar so high. I mean, are you really willing to answer the bell one more time with IllumiNation? Because people are still talking about SailFest.
Well, that's great to hear. And you know what? I think we are. I think we're ready for the moment. Our team has really been locked in, zeroed in, and putting all of our efforts into this. And we had a preview for this show last week for the national speech and debate students that were in town for the national tournament. And as I'm sure middle and high schoolers can be a tough crowd sometimes.
Right.
But we won them over. They were cheering, they were clapping. And they were really wowed at the end of it. So I think if we can impress a bunch of, angsty teens, I think the city of Richmond is really gonna remember this moment for years to come.
Fireworks included?
Yep. So pyrotechnics at the end, and that are really going to surprise people too. So these aren't, and for any residents that might be concerned, these aren't things that are like exploding up in the air, but really vibrant, bright, exciting pyrotechnics that is a great culmination to the end of the show.
Help me out with this a little bit. What am I going to see on the outside of the museum that is going to tell me, hey, Rich, you know what? You might want to come back the next day. Because I am Sam, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a huge history nerd. One of the reasons I moved here to Virginia is like, can you think of a better place to be for the semi-quincentennial? I'll go to the Smithsonian and throw out a hat. I just went up to the National Museum of the Army. Had never been there before.
Oh, yeah,
that was
great.
amazing. I love going to Quantico to the Marine Corps Museum. I'll go to Williamsburg anytime anybody asks. Yorktown. Tell me what's going to be on the outside that's going to make me run and become a patron of the Virginia Museum of History and Culture.
Yeah, absolutely. So, our building is almost 250 feet long. It was built specifically for this moment. And so with, 250 feet of projection long, 40 feet high, there are literally dozens of images and events being shown all at the same time on our building. And so we really do hope that people come back night after night, because it's going to be really hard to take it all in one viewing. And the great thing about it is it's free. There's a different popular band playing every night. There's, again, stuff for your whole family, your kids to enjoy too. So the whole experience is something that we really want people to come and be wowed by the first time. And then hopefully, just as you said, come back, really study the different parts of the building and get inspired too. Our big goal with all of our 250th activities is to bring Virginians together to think about the American Revolution, these big ideas that came out from the founding fathers 250 years ago, and to think about where we are as a country now and how we can best move forward together. So, and I think this show, it gave me goosebumps when I saw it with the crowd for the first time. And so we really think that that it's going to have this big impact on folks.
All right, give me a little Easter egg then. Was there one scene that gave you chills?
That's hard. Let's see. I've been staring at these demos for almost a year now. So let me think. There is this scene, the scenes during like the Western expansion period.
Really?
There's these beautiful vistas of the West, of Native Americans, of Buffalo. And I think really does a great job of blending all these different stories together. The music that goes along with that section too is really contemplative, and really, and seeing those vistas so large on our building really makes you realize and think about what makes the United States so unique, all of our natural landscapes that we have. So yeah, I think that section in particular was really compelling.
Sam, joining us right now from the Museum of History and Culture. Again, you can go to their website, virginiahistory.org to find out more. There are VIP tickets. It's a free event. You can show up with your lawn chair, your blanket, and celebrate the beginning of our semi-quincentennials. We are counting down to July 4th. But here's what's funny, Sam. I'm a West Coaster. So as I'm watching a little bit of the preview myself, I grew up with those, the cows and the cattle and all the rest of that. I think I'm going to get goosebumps when I see General Washington on his horse. I think I'm going to get goosebumps when I see the Virginia militia and the Continental Army fighting the lobsterbacks. I think that's what's going to get me the most excited as I watch this. So I think there's something for everybody.
Absolutely. There really is. There's something for everybody. It goes all the way, through the modern day. So hopefully, no matter who you are, where you come from, there's going to be something in that show. We talk about cultural, there are pop culture icons, musical icons, everything. And also really to emphasize again too, the museum is open. So we have a lot of great exhibitions on display inside the museum. We have the traveling version of our Give Me Liberty, Virginia and the Forging of a Nation. Our 250th American Revolution exhibit is back for a limited time. So tons of great stuff inside the building for people to see as well.
Okay, now don't laugh at me, but you know what I feel like we're talking about? At the end of the American Experience at Epcot, when they show the country from the very beginning all the way through, I kind of get a feeling I'm going to walk away with those same goosebumps I get when I go to the American Adventure. And we're going to have it right here in Richmond again. Begins Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. It's a free event. Bring your lawn chair, bring your blanket, come out and celebrate the United States of America. Sam, I hope to see you there. I can't wait for this.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rich. Just look for me in a blue shirt and a fanny pack, and I'll be hard to miss.
Look for me. I'll be the guy with his eyes wide open going and just drooling because I love history so much. Sam, thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you, Rich.
All right, take care. Sam Flora joining us from the Virginia Museum of History and Culture. Big event coming up as we get ready for the 4th of July. All right, today's program brought to you in part by A+ Windows. So here's the deal. I don't know anything about replacing windows. I told you, first house I bought, we go, oh, you know what? This is great.